So somebody said he has 20 million naira saved. He wanted to know whether he should stay in Nigeria and start a business. And the business he wants to start is a rental property. He wants to build a house and rent it out like hostels, or whether he should travel abroad. All right. So before I answer this question, make sure you click the share button below, and then also click the plus sign to follow me. All right, so that when I release a new video like this, you will always get it. So I'm gonna give a general answer here, even though I gave him a more private answer. First of all, if you're in your 20s and an opportunity to travel comes, take it. Don't even look back. By 20s, I mean you've finished your university and you're probably in your first job, and an opportunity to travel comes. Your 20 is for gathering as much experience as possible. If you can accomplish this before 20, that would be great. But 20s, you have already become an adult. You know, you've passed your 18s, 19s, 20s, you know. You've become an adult. You understand the world. What you need at that point is experience. The experience you gather in your 20s will make or mar the rest of your life. Remember, you still have your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and some people 90s. So the experience you gather in your 20s. In your 20s, you're not married. If you lose all your money, you will drink garri on the street, you hustle. In your 20s, you can enter under the plane and move to another country. You don't mind. Do you understand? In 20s, people can use leg to cross desert. So in your 20s, you don't have responsibilities. If you go out there and make a mistake and lose your money, you come back to your mother's house. You walk in her kitchen, clean the kitchen for her, she will give you food, you eat. So don't be scared to make financial mistakes in your 20s. Nothing will happen. If you lose all your money, you can still get it back. You don't have a wife or a husband to be responsible to. You don't have kids to feed. It's a golden opportunity. If an opportunity to travel comes out, take the damn opportunity. Whether it's traveling to the next state, the next country, the next continent, even outside the solar system. Elon Musk boys. Very must. Take it. That experience, there's something called spatial awareness. Spatial awareness is what how well you know where you are, the location or position where you are from a bird's eye view. Have you ever gone to let's say there's something happening in the next street. The people in your street may not have as much information as the person that is on top of a roof of a house in your street. The people on the ground will just hear sound and they will know there's something happening across the fence, but they will not see it. But somebody on a skyscraper can see. That person has a higher spatial awareness. They can see the whole surrounding areas and understand what was happening. That's spatial awareness. So when you travel, you increase your spatial awareness. Just getting into that plane alone that will fly for 9-10 hours, going to another country, and you're looking through the window. That alone will permanently change your life. The way you see things will permanently change. Going to another region, seeing another people, their way of life, the way they make their money, what matters to them, what is important and what is not, their marriage, their customs, their tradition. Just experiencing this thing. It may not seem like much when you are passing through it. It's only when your brain synthesizes it. After you've traveled and you come back and you relax, 6 months into your relaxation, your brain will collate all the data and come up with an idea. The human brain is powerful, but you need to feed it. So for somebody that has any amount of money and they are still in their 20s, travel. Now, if you're a lady, there are some things you will now start factoring in from 28. From 28, you have to factor in marriage. So where you're traveling, will you see husband there? You know, it comes into play. Or whether you should wait in Nigeria and marry first. You know, but if you're a guy, you have extra few years. You can go travel around and experience things. Okay, so don't decline any travel invitation as a young person. Even within the country. Hey, go and see your cousin. Stop staying at home. Go and live with your uncles for 1 week. Your uncle living in Kafanchan, Kano, Katsina, Southeast, Port Harcourt. Go and live with them. Live with this auntie. It gives you information. You never know the business idea you're going to start tomorrow. So coming back to the business. Now, if you had 20 million and you wanted to travel as a Nigerian, yes, you should travel. You should still travel. You are not an idiot if you can save 20 million naira, unless you stole it. You know what I'm saying? If you made the 20 million naira yourself, traveling doesn't mean you want to squander your money. And you can travel to a place. If you don't like the place, you come back. That's where many people miss it. They think that travel is one way. Some people will do IELTS, do this exam, do that exam, sell their properties and relocate to UK, US, Australia, whatever, Kafanchan, Antarctica. After relocation, if they don't like the place, they stay there. Why are you staying there? The way you travel to that place, you can still travel back. Travel back to somewhere you are more comfortable with and create wealth. Now you are traveling back, you come with more information from that place so that you can establish wealth. So don't forget to travel back or travel to other places. The way you move from Nigeria to UK, you can move from UK to Russia, from Russia to, you know, there's no limit. The limit is in your mind. Then secondly, let's say you've passed the age to travel. Now you have a wife and a child and you have 20 million. You look for what to invest it in. Now, what do you invest it in? If somebody else has to tell you what you invest your money in, there's a problem. It means you don't have experience in that field. And you must buy experience. Experience is sold. Nature will sell you experience. You must pay for it. Everybody pays for it. You know, mistakes you would have made 5 years ago, starting it small. When you now have big money and you're starting it, you make those big mistakes, but then you blow big money on those mistakes. So usually if you have a lot of money, start from something you're already good at. Now, but then there are fields that are easier, like software. Anything that has to do with software is far easier. There's this video, I'm going to make a video about it, about a Nigerian mogul, young rich guy. I don't think he's married, Seth. Worth hundreds of millions. He said his best app came from somebody suggesting he should invest $10,000 in the app. He said no. But after 3 months, he thought about it. He said, I have $10,000. You know, instead of it sitting in my bank, let me just invest it. He invested it, they built the app, boom, the thing went off. And he was showing his dashboard in that interview, and he was saying that he made at least 7 million naira per day. Is it per day or per week? I think it's per day. You know, from that app. And that's about $7,000, $4,000 to $7,000. I think he said 3 to 4 million naira, so I can't remember the figures. Per day, from transactions happening. So I'm telling you now, whatever you're doing, you can translate it into software. Look at where you're working now. Find something that softwares would have solved. I'll give you an example. People consult me. You know, I have a package that runs for, if you have over 20 million naira to invest in something, you reach out to me. I'll tell you the kind of software that should be built. So this guy reached out to me. He's in US. He's a nurse, but he works in a clinic. So it turned out that in that clinic, it's a private clinic, they are doing everything manually. The documentation, the files, everything is manual. So he reached out to me and said, can there be a software that will automate this thing? I said, yes, why not? So from the money he saved, he brought out some money. I sourced some developers for him. We created a group, online group, where him, me, and some of the developers are there, and we drafted the thing. I went into a call, and we found out the actual need of the company. Within 2 or 3 weeks, he got all the details of the clinic, and we tabulated it and converted it into a software. The software took like 2-3 months to build. This was last year. When we finished building it, he went back to his company and presented the software. It was so good, even though the company itself now suggested extra 2 or 3 things, features we added. It was so good that they adopted it. But then, it's not just adopting it, he's the owner. The company now licensed it. Now, the way the software was built, other clinics can license it too. So his own now is to move to a new clinic and say, hey, why are you guys doing things manually? Just go online, create your account on this our platform. All of a sudden, your clinic is working too. So per patient, they are taking a percentage. Per patient, they're taking a percentage of the payment of the patient from the software. He's no longer working in the clinic. He called me the other day and said he's resigning. Now he's in talks with somebody that will invest $3 million in it. What many people abroad don't know is that once you have a software, it's so easy to get investors. All these rich people you are hearing, Elon Musk, Harry Musk, you know, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, they are all in the same country. So if you come up with something valuable, US has over how many millionaires? There are so many millionaires. People have money. You are the person that don't have something to sell to them.